Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel, and in this video we're going to have some fun with some more fermenting. I am just having a really good time with all this fermenting stuff, and it's just really cool. But this one, I'm going to be using some little cherry tomatoes that were out of my garden, and I found a recipe in this book, which I will have a link in my Amazon affiliate store for. It's Fermented Vegetables by Kristen Saki and Christopher Saki. It's really cool. There's a lot of good recipes. In fact, most of the recipes I've done have come out of here. But this is for cherry bombs. Now, I'm going to start off by telling you, this recipe is for a gallon container of them. I'm not a huge fan of tomatoes. I don't know how these are going to turn out, so I'm really pretty much just making them for Brian. So I'm just going to make a quart. So all of these things I've divided down by 4. Except for the brine, I actually just brought that down to be in 2 cups. And so I had to calculate it. I tried to calculate it. I thought it was right, but then I asked Alexa, and she answered what the amount of salt would be. Because if I had a gallon, it would be 3/4 cups of unrefined sea salt to 1 gallon of unchlorinated water. But if we bring it down to 2 cups, then it's just 1.5 tablespoons. So got that done, because I'm not going to need that much once this jar is full. So also, I went ahead and measured this out according to the book. And I need to break this down by 4. What this really is 1 teaspoon of peppercorns, 1 teaspoon of coriander seeds, and 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds. It's all mixed together. So that's 3. So if I divide that in half, that's 1.5. And then, so it's 3/4 of a teaspoon that I will need for that. Do I have a 3/4? No. So I'm going to have to use that. That would be the half teaspoon. I need 1/4 of a teaspoon. Well, 3/4 of a teaspoon would be a half and 1/4. Do I have 1/4? There it is. Okay, so I'm going to do 3/4 of a teaspoon, which is a half and 1/4. So I will have that in there. Then I have 2 cloves of garlic. You would use an entire head of garlic if it was for a gallon. But this is super fun. I'm just going to put some tomatoes in this. These are all washed, and I've taken the little greenery off. I'm going to throw a garlic clove in there. Put some more on here. Another garlic clove. And a few little pieces of parsley, because that will look very nice. And then it says on here, we're going to cover it with this brine. And then, of course, we're going to put a weight on top so things don't float to the top. And then, get that down. Actually, I want to put some of these in further down, so let me tuck those in a little bit further down. There we go. There we go. I want that farther down so it looks nicer. Kind of in there. Get this on this side. I always end up having to go back and like readjust my vegetables in my ferment so they look cool. All right. There you go. That looks good. Put that in there. All right, now we're going to do 3/4 of a teaspoon of these, which is a half and 1/4. Actually, I might throw a little bit more in there because I like it that way. Okay, now we're going to simply pour the brine over the top. And then I'm going to put my little glass weight on to hold everything below the brine. Let's just go for it. Perfect. That is just right. Look at that. 2 cups, because I've got this jar filled. And now this can hold everything down. Actually, I'm going to have to put a different follower on there. No, I'm not. That'll be all right. So that'll be fine. And now for the fermenting top, I'm going to use one of my favorite kinds. I love these kind because I get to watch the bubbles and I get to watch things ferment. So there you have it. Cherry bombs. Now it says for me to check them in how many days? 6 to 8 days. So in 6 days, we'll come back and we'll take a little look at it. And then I'm going to put it over in the little fermenting corner of my kitchen that I have set up. And I will come back in 6 days and we'll do a taste test. Alrighty, so as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.